Hi, and welcome to the Scilife Academy. In this training session, we'll be examining a hugely important aspect within the life sciences. Why is it so important? Well, because it helps to ensure that patients receive safe and effective drug products or use safe medical devices. According to regulations, pharmaceutical products must always be effective for the therapeutic purposes for which they are prescribed. They should be free from side effects that could make them unsafe to use, and free of chemical, physical, or microbiological contaminants that may adversely affect their efficiency and safety. What does contamination mean exactly within the life sciences? Well, that's the first question we'll answer in this training session. We'll also look specifically at the types of physical contaminants that could be present in APIs, excipients, medicinal products, and in clean rooms. In part 2 of our Academy training session on the fundamentals of contamination control, we look at the types of chemical and microbiological contaminants. Ready to explore physical contaminants? Then let's get started by answering our first question. Contamination is defined as the undesired introduction of impurities of a physical, chemical, or microbiological nature into or onto a raw material, intermediate, or API during production, sampling, packaging or repackaging, storage, or transport. As a general rule, contaminants may come in contact with a product in two ways, either by their creation within the process system, or by transfer from the outer environment into the inner production environment. In life sciences, contamination can lead to fatal consequences. It can compromise the quality of medicinal products and medical devices and the safety of patients. So that's what contaminants are. Let's look at different types of contaminants. APIs in medical products can be contaminated with a variety of different types of impurities. Microbiological contaminants include bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms that may be present in the API or medicinal product due to contamination during the manufacturing process or storage. Heavy metals are metallic elements that can be present due to contamination from the equipment or the raw materials in the process. Some examples include chromium, copper, nickel, palladium, and platinum. Organic impurities are compounds that are not in the intended API, but are present in the final product. They can be derived from the raw materials, from the manufacturing process, or from the degradation of the API. They include solvents, reaction byproducts, and degradation products. Residual solvents are solvents that were used during the manufacturing process, but were not fully removed before the API was packaged. Particulates may be extrinsic, intrinsic, or inherent particles that affect the appearance and the stability of the final product. And inorganic impurities are compounds that are not the intended API, but are present in the final product and may be derived from the raw material or the manufacturing process. Examples include salts, catalysts, and other regenerates used in the synthesis. That's some of the types of contaminants that can be found in APIs and medicinal products. Let's move on to contaminants in clean rooms. Pharmaceutical manufacturing areas, like clean rooms, are at risk with contaminants, especially with microbial contamination. Although this type of contamination is not necessarily a problem for healthy people who get in contact with microorganisms every day, it may cause a serious problem for other patients. Clean rooms are controlled environments in the pharmaceutical industry to minimize the presence of contaminants during the manufacturing process of APIs and medicinal products. Clean rooms are used in various stages of the manufacturing process. For example, in research and development, formulation, filling, packaging, and testing. Contaminants present in clean rooms can be divided into different groups. Physical contamination includes particulate contaminants that can be suspended in the air or deposited on surfaces. They are typically measured in terms of particulate count per cubic meter of airspace or per square foot of surface area. Chemical contaminants include volatile organic compounds, gases, and other chemicals. They are typically measured in terms of parts per million or parts per billion. Microbial contaminants include bacteria, viruses, and fungi. They are typically measured in terms of colony-forming units per cubic meter of air or per square foot of surface area.